If Wally was the main character in Pokemon Emerald, could he conquer the Hoenn region? To find that out, we are playing Pokemon Wally Quest, where Brandon has been sent to the Shadow Realm and we are the top G in this neighborhood. To make this a bit more fun and difficult, I'll only be using Pokemon which Wally has actually used, giving us a solid variety, with our main two goals today being to capture as many of Wally's Pokemon as we can, and of course conquer the Hoenn region with said team to become the champion. Let's go. We name ourselves Wally, no, not the cute robot, the little green man. Wait, who are you? You're not my dad. My dad is partially bald, not like you. Wait, you look more like my dad. Wow, Brendan, I thought I already took care of you. Boys, call in the ninjas. He needs to be taken care of. Now, our obvious starter is going to be the glorious and most majestic Ralts. Now, did you guys actually know that one of the rarest and worst shinies you can never receive is the Wally tutorial shiny from Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald? Would really suck if you ran into one of those. Now that we have our starters, we need to find Birch. No, not one of those. One of these. Usually, there's a Puccina attached to it. Yes, that's it. These guys seem to be blocking our path, though. Must be friends of Birch's Puccina. I guess we have to deal with May instead, the rejected Hoenn child with an eye for contests and Kentucky Fried Torchics. Our Ralts has a lovely moveset, but will, however, struggle early on until we gain the extra fairy typing upon evolving it to Curlia, when we gain stab on fairy type moves. So for now, we just gotta spam confusion until our enemies evaporate, like this poor Torchic. Ah yes, you are the daughter of the professor of the tree. I shall meet you at his lab. Wait, what? You're giving me a Pokedex? I was expecting the latest issue of Play 4. I need to see Drake's beautiful mustache. Alright, now we can finally capture a new Pokemon. So let's get ourselves a Fletchling. Now, if you guys didn't know, Wally actually uses a Talonflame in the Battle Mansion in Oras. And as you can see, there's a massive range of Pokemon that Wally actually uses. So tell me in the comment section, what's your favorite Wally Pokemon? Yes, good sir, give me your finest potions as I'm about to commit mass Pokecide. After telling our balding father about our new Pokedex, we tell our mother that we require some stimulation, so we shall head into the world for our journey. Oh, then she actually lets us nickname our Pokemon, so welcome to the team, Steven the Ralts. Oh, and also, Fletchling, you're henceforth called
Doom, the bringer of pain and darkness.
Before we can leave town, we're stopped by a strange lady. I wonder if you'll be relevant further into our journey, perhaps. Time to explore the Petalburg Woods. And who's here if not Cheryl from Diamond and Pearl? She really has a strange tendency to get lost in different forests.
Hey, I like shorts.
And so do I, but for the sake of the plot, I need to wear jeans. Wow, you have an Alolan Rattata? This is one of the coolest aspects of this game. It actually features Pokemon all the way up to Generation 8. Oh, you're looking for shrooms? Don't worry, I'll give you some oh wait, you meant Shroomish? Yeah, sure, I've seen a few around. Wait, you look familiar. Are you Guy Fieri? Guess not. And so we have our first encounter with a Team Magma member. Luckily, we have Disarming Voice on our Ralts and are able to defeat the Magma Puccina since our Confusion wouldn't do any damage due to the Dark typing. As for the chunky little Numel, we just need Doom to quick attack and this battle should be done. We are handed a free EXP share and now we have the confidence of a Snorlax, so it's time to battle the first gym leader Roxanne, a user of Rocked type Pokemon. Before taking on the local gym, however, we head to the beach for some much needed relaxation. And why is there a Diancie blocking my sunlight? Get out of my way, huh? Alright, time to capture another Pokemon, so let's welcome Skitty to our team. Another Pokemon which Wally uses in his journey. Wait, I meant a Pokemon that I use in my journey. Because I'm Wally. We named Skitty to Skippy, and now it's time for the Rossborough Gym. While trying to battle Roxanne, we quickly realize that we stand no chance against her as she crushes us with her immense power. So we have to go and do some extra leveling if we plan on actually winning this battle. So we evolve our
Doom
Bird into a slightly larger
Doom
Bird, and we level up our whole team to a more reasonable level. And instead of going to the gym, we enter a large cave that takes us directly to Morwile City. We meet another balding man at the daycare whose name is Elm. Where have I heard that before? Ah yes, you must be another tree. After hatching an egg, we find the tree man who hands us a free Johto starter. We take the Totodile, however, since we can't use it, we banish it to the PC realm, where it shall remain forever. Alright, now that our team is far more leveled up and ready, I think it's time we go and give a visit to Roxanne again. Now, luckily for us, we actually got Magical Leaf on Steven, a move that will come in very handy because of its grass typing, which would be very effective against the rock types. This allows us to destroy the Geodude that comes out first from Roxanne's side. Next up, we use Ember from
Doom,
and we only have a Nosepass left to deal with, and with the power of friendship and 2 magical leaves, it's all done and dusted, and we have ourselves our first gym badge. Wait, please! Looks like somebody took his Nokia 1112 Dark Blue. Hey, buddy, give him back his Nokia 1112 Dark Blue edition. Those things go for like $59.95. All right, little bird, who are you exactly? Oh, you belong to this bold man. Who'll give us a free trip to Dewford, so I guess it's about time we get the show on the road. But first, I have to return this Nokia 1112 Dark Blue Edition to its rightful owner. Wait, I just did you a favor and you want to force me to deliver a letter to your son Steven? But I already have a Steven in my team. Is that good enough? Now, before we can leave the town, our arch nemesis Brendan shows up and demands a battle. And what is this? He uses a Cyndaquil? Well, fear not, we can delete it with confusion. Next, Brendan also uses a Mudkip, so I guess we gotta delete that one too. But we can't let Steven have all the fun, so
Doom.
go ahead and have a taste of Mudkip's flesh. Ah, yes.
There it is.
So now that we have defeated Brendan, it's time that we head off to Dewford with the help of bald Mr. Briny, and once we arrive in Dewford City, it looks like that strange woman from earlier is here again. I really do wonder if this person will cause any sort of major trouble down the line. Well, since we can't go there, I guess the Dewford Hall might have some interesting people. And look who we found, if it isn't Kukui, the most handsome Pokemon professor. He wants us to show him a Pokemon with Smackdown, so we do exactly that, and he gives us a free Rowlet. However, we must banish this Rowlet to the Shadow Realm too. Sorry, little buddy. Next, it's time for us to battle the local gym leader, Brawly, who specializes in fighting-type Pokemon. Only issue is, we might be a tad under-leveled, but fear not, as the gym guide offers his Audinos as sacrificial lambs, so we give them a beatdown in exchange for some
Precious experience.
Hey, look at that. Seems like Ralts is evolving into Curlia. That means we now have the extra fairy type added to it, which is super useful. Now that is done, it's about time we got our second gym badge, and Brawly isn't going to stand much of a chance against us. Mienfoo takes 2 confusions and falls shortly afterwards. And same goes for Makuhita, who clearly didn't drink enough water to handle us. And so we draining kiss the Meditite and get ourselves a second gym badge on this journey. I wonder if the future gym battles will be equally as easy as this one. Seems the entrance to Granite Cave is now open, so we head inside and find Mr. Stone. Not that kind of stone, this kind of stone. Now that we know the Dewford is kind of a boring place, I think it's about time we head to Slateport. Perhaps a greater adventure awaits us across the narrow sea. Ah, what a wonderful beach. Wait, what do you want, stranger? After a few quick battles, we get ourselves a call. Is it the IRS? No, never mind. It's just Roxanne making a spam call. Let me just end that real quick. So it's time to head inside the museum. What? You want to charge me $50 for some pictures of boats and Lego statues? What a total ripoff. Hey buddy, I brought you the Nokia 6300, the latest within mobile fashion. But before that, it seems we have some troublemakers to deal with. As per usual, they don't stand much of a chance against our massive magical leaf damage, and with the help of Draining Kiss, we can always restore 50% of the damage dealt by our attack back to ourselves as health points. So, you're the leader of these strange pirates. Are you perhaps Captain Hook? No, never mind. Well, it's about time we get going anyways. Oh boy, it's May again. Well, I haven't seen you in a long time. Wait, what are you doing? No, I don't want to battle you yet. Oh boy. Well, lucky for us, KFT May uses a war turtle, so Magical Leaf is all we need to banish it to the trash can. And as for Bayleaf, I think we just need
Doom's
assistance in this case, which helps us out, leaving only the chicken nugget left. All right, so we've dealt with that team. Next up, though, we got to make our way to Mobile. And here we go. We finally made it to the east side of Mobile City, which was previously blocked by a bunch of Vigoroths. Wait, you're one of those pirates, and you're offering me to be a pirate as well for a mere 10,000 Pokédollars? This is a straight bargain, an amazing deal. I can get one of those pirate eye patches and bandanas. Very good. Now we just wait for news of your application. Wait, what? But I thought I was allowed to enter right away if I paid. Why are you calling me ugly? An ugly brat? Did I just get scammed in a Pokemon game? And this fella right here used to give you Rock Smash, but in this game there are no HMs, so he simply just gives us Brick Break instead, which will definitely come in handy later down the line, I promise you. So, the third gym is the Electric type gym with its leader Watson. However, it seems Watson is a tad too lazy to take care of his city and would rather send some mere child to deal with the city's electrical grids. So, off we go. We make it to New Mobile, and inside we find all sorts of Pokemon, everything from Meltans to trash cans, but that's not what we're looking for. The one Pokemon that we need to add to our team from here is going to be none else than Magnemite. So in our team you go with the name Zippy. Oh yeah, buddy, I think we found our problem. There's a rotted in your pipes causing all sorts of trouble. So it turns out there is a Rotom causing some trouble here. We deal with that, and then it's time to go back to Watson. And so it seems like it's about time we actually took Watson on. First, however, we run into one of his gym trainers who uses a whole team of just Ash Pikachus. That's actually pretty incredible, but also brings me intense sadness at the thought that Ash's journey is now over. Sad days indeed. Now, our first battle against Watson doesn't go as planned, as his Vikavolt and Manectric more or less demolish our whole team. So, it's time to punish some innocent Audinos for the sake of some experience points. And guess what? Zippy as well as Steven both evolved respectively, giving our team a massive jump in levels and overall strength. meaning that Watson shouldn't be much of any trouble anymore, as we sweep through most of his team with the help of Zippy and Tri-Attack, leaving our friend Steven to do the last bit of work and giving us our third gym badge. And now that I've been electrified quite a few times, I kinda just wanna go for a hike. Oh no, it's you again. Why are you always blocking my path, you weirdo? Just when I thought one person being annoying and blocking our path was enough, we have to run into our arch rival, Brendan. Now, how many times have I told you, Brendan, I am not cool with you coming in between me and my destiny? And given that he doesn't understand that, I guess I'm gonna have to punish your poor Pokemon. First up, his Ivysaur doesn't stand much of a chance against Zippy with the Tri-Attacks. And against Brendan's Quilava, we use Steven with the upgraded Psychic, which has about 40 more base power than Confusion, sitting at a total of 90 base power compared to the 50 base power of Confusion. So, sure, Confusion did have that 10% chance of confusing the enemy Pokemon, but with Psychic, we also have a 10% chance of lowering the target's special attack and defense by one stage. So, Psychic is just the better move hands down, hence why we use it in this case. Now, Marshtomp and Pikachu suffer the same fate as their comrade Ivysaur and catch some heat. Fire, and I guess lightning. I mean, Tri-Attack is just an interesting move. And so Brendan finally lets us pass, meaning that we can make it through Route 113 and get to Falibor Town. And here we come. And also, how come you're in Falibor Town, Flannery? I thought you had a gym to run. Seems she's telling us that there is some trouble brewing at the Meteor Falls. So, let's go. I see, it's those Magma Goons and the Pirates again. And they're here too, but well, since Brendan and May can handle those guys... Wait, I recognize that guy. It's the Nokia guy from before. I guess we might as well give him a helping hand. Wait, it's you again? And so the strange trainer that has been bothering us for the past few areas reveals themselves, and guess we gotta head right into a battle. So, Electro Ball destroys her Shelgon, and her Charmeleon can't handle our Psychic, and throws in the towel. But oh my dear lord, she has a Mega Ampharos, and unfortunately for Steven, a single Thunderbolt takes him out at this point. Lucky for us though, Zippy and Tri-Attack are enough to dispatch of the Mega Ampharos, leaving Doom to defeat the Grovyle. And then we learn the name of this person. It is Zinnia, and she is a lore keeper and a massive pain in my behind. Now, given that I don't really care about any of this stuff, I think it's about time we instead get a new Pokemon into our team. And this special new Pokemon will be found on Route 115. It's time to capture one of Wally's most iconic teammates, Altaria, or rather Swablu, but you know what I mean. We nickname him Bluebird, and if you know the reference, you know. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. And after a quick double battle, our friend Doom evolves into a majestic Talondoom. Now, we were told to head to Mount Chimney, as I would find some high-quality cookies up here, and oh yes, you must be the cookie baker. Wait, somebody tried to rob you of your amazing cookies? I can't stand for this. I shall get your cookies back and punish the criminal that committed such a heinous crime. Oh, your name is Tabitha. Are you the cookie thief? Well, it doesn't really matter. I take action before asking questions, so it is what it is. And hey, guess what, guys? Bluebird has now evolved into Altaria. So, perhaps you, old man, you might be the true cookie thief. I shall battle you to find out. We start by using Calm Mind on Steven to boost our special attack and defense, enough for us to be able to sweep right through Maxie's team. I mean, Cookie Thief's team, I guess. Either way, after taking out the Mudsdale, Maxie's team falls to us. And oh, did he just summon Groudon? Uh-oh. Well, none of my concern. I'd rather focus on battling the next gym leader in this case, and it's gonna be Flannery. So we head right to her gym. Now, her Torkoal straight away falls to a single Psychic, and as for her Arcanine and Charizard, they both require a decent amount of work for us to defeat each one of them, but eventually we get them. And then with Skippy using Wake Up Slap on her Simisear, we finish the battle up and earn ourselves the 4th Hoenn badge. We hear a report of strange teams battling on Mount Chimney and talks about a Delta meteoroid incoming. Hey, it's Roxanne. Didn't I tell you to stop calling me? Turns out there is some trouble brewing, so we gotta head into the desert to help out Roxanne to deal with something. But before that, we find a Cacnea that we capture and add to our team. If you guys weren't actually aware of this, in the Pokemon Adventures manga, Wally actually captures a Cacturn. So we add this fella to our team and name him Baja Blast. Hell yeah, baby. We discover the desert ruins, and inside we find Roxanne having a talk to a giant rock called Regirock. Not Dwayne the Rock, no. Now that she's dealing with Regirock and trying to get its help, I guess, we have to defend her in the meantime. And look who it is, if not another one of the pirates, causing me loads of unnecessary trouble. We don't even need to use different Pokemon, as our friend Steven pretty much destroys all the pirates' Pokemon single-handedly. So now that we've dealt with that, I think it's about time we made our way back to Petalburg to defeat our fake dad, Norman. So, hello there, Norman. Been a while. We start by using Calm Mind and setting up our boy Steven for a possible sweep. The Giraffe Rig falls to a Psychic, and same goes for Norman's Audino. However, when it comes to the Staraptor that he pulled out, we made sure to switch over to Zippy for a more confirmed takedown. And once we've done that, it's just simply a burn from
Doom.
and a double edge from Skippy, the Skitty, and that's enough to take down the Kangaskhan. And finally, for slacking, we use Steven again with Psychic, and also, alongside all this, we evolve our friend Baja Blast. Wait, it's our bold dad. He has a heartfelt message to report to us. You want to give me a freaking surfboard? Oh, heck yeah, dude. Now that I have a surfboard, I can cross that lake in Mobile City in the east. Oh, hey, it's Steven again. Oh, my lord, is that a Latias? Ah, yes, I'll gladly accompany you to their home island. Oh, my dear lord, it's you again. It's Zydia, and it looks like she wants to steal Latias and Latios away from us, which is exactly what she does. Man, Steven, you and me are pretty pathetic.
Yup.
All right, we make it to the Weather Institute and rumble through loads of pirates and bad guys before crossing the bridge and running into none else than the devil of Hoenn himself. Now, I thought this battle would actually be a walk in the park, but turns out that Brandon put us in our place this time around. We have to essentially do an extensive amount of leveling before we can finally put an end to his team and an end to, I guess, his Mega Swampert, because that was the thing that was causing us the most amount of trouble, allowing us to finally make our way into Fortree City. And I guess since we're here, we might as well take on the Fortree City Gym. This city's gym leader is Winona, a user of Flying-type Pokemon. Now, her first Pokemon is a Skarmory, so we switch over to Doom, as he will have a higher chance of defeating this thing with the help of Overheat. And against her Mantine, we use Zippy with Discharge and erase it from this realm of existence. For Hawlucha, we use Play Rough on Skippy, and one hit is leaving it down to only 2 Pokemon left. So, Altaria and Tropius, we dispatch both of those using Steven and Doom in a wombo combo attack that gives us our 6th badge. We receive another incoming call from Watson asking us to go to another cave close by, and turns out there's another legendary there. This is located on Route 120. So let's go. We find the area, and of course we find the cave, and inside we find Watson, taking care of the big old Registeel. So time to defend him from another Magma admin who has way too much time on their hands to be doing this kind of stuff.
Doom
Sweeps through Tabitha's whole team with the help of the move Acrobatics, which is fantastic as it does a great amount of damage, and even doubles the damage if the enemy Pokemon has no held item. Now that we're done with that, we leave Watson to have his fun with Registeel and make our way to Lilycove City, but before we get there, we find an annoying Diancie again. Why must he always be in my surroundings? Now that we made it to Lilycove, I guess we should heal ourselves up and then head over to battle May at the Lilycove department store, as she seems to be holding the whole store hostage until someone battles her. Calm down, May, and release the hostages! As for May's team, it's a combination of all sorts of things, and it takes a while to actually defeat them all. But with our trusted teammates, we bring May down to her last Pokemon, that being a Blastoise, which falls to an Energy Ball from Baja Blast. Alright, so take her away, boys. She's already caused enough trouble. Alright, time to help Steven out on Mount Pyre, as it seems the villains are causing loads of issues down there too. Now, not only are they causing trouble, but they're willing to work together to actually take down me and Steven. And I'll be real with you guys, this battle was impossible for me to win, but the game gives us a free pass to lose it, so we kind of take that. However, just when I thought things would calm down, Zinnia shows up and demands a battle as well. What is up with everyone today? There's just way too many battles for one single Wally to handle, man. She also injures Steven to such a level that he can't help us further for now. Speaking of which, did you guys actually know that in the Pokemon Adventures manga, the Oras version of Steven in the alternate universe actually gets killed and passes away? It's one of those weird things that the manga addresses, but you never see in the games or the anime. Just a cool little fact. We learn from Winona that Steven has taken massive damage, and it's time for us to get some revenge. So we head to Team Magma's hideout and battle our way to Tabitha, who can't stop us on our rampage. And there he is, Maxie with Groudon right in front of him. He uses the red orb, but that causes Groudon to just kind of take off, so I guess we have to battle Maxie now. His team, however, stands no chance in a double battle against us. Now, Maxie takes off after the battle, and we are called by Watson to head over to Slateport, at which point the pirates are there planning to steal the submarine. Not very piratey of them, I must say. Usually, wouldn't they take boats? Once they take off to their secret base with the submarine, I guess we just gotta follow, and yo! Whoa, Phoebe! Why are you asking to spiritually enter my body? Seems a bit, specific? Admin Shelly awaits us at the end of the base and gives us a short but sweet battle before letting us learn that the orbs are gone, and so is Archie. Given that there isn't much, well, we can do right now anyways, I guess we might as well head over to Granite Cave, because I totally forgot that we can actually capture a Gible in our team, because Wally uses a Garchomp, I think in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon at some point, so we have the right to get a Gible and get a Garchomp. Now, I made a massive mistake while trying to capture this Gible. I accidentally used my one and only Master Ball on it, so there's only one thing that I can nickname it. Mistake. But since this is only a Gibble and the rest of our team is so much further ahead, we do have to do some speed leveling and evolve at the Fortree City Gym. After doing this, it allows us to evolve it into Garchomp in a very short amount of time. Oh, one of the bonuses of being an Audino Slayer is the massive amount of money that you make. So we buy loads of items over at Lily Cove Department Store that will come in handy later on in future battles, so keep that in mind. Then we surf over to Moss Deep City and challenge the twin gym leaders, Tate and Lisa, who specialize in Psychic-type Pokemon. Now, their puzzle is actually one of my favorite kinds of puzzles in a Pokemon game. Now, my question is, what is your favorite kind of Pokemon puzzle? Let me know in the comment section down below. And so, it's time to get our 7th badge. Given that Tate and Lisa have been buffed in this game, we can expect them to use a different variety of Pokemon opposed to their usual stuff, as they only use a Lunatone and Solrock in like Ruby and Sapphire, for example. However, they kick things off with 2 Meowsticks and with opposing genders on them. We Calm Mind twice with Steven to set up for big damage with either Stored Power or Psychic in this case. However, before we can do that, Tate switches in her Gardevoir. However, after switching in Doom, he takes down Gardevoir using Brave Bird, and Moonblast from Steven takes down Lisa's Meowstic. Then we dish out some damage with Zippy and Baja Blast against the Gallade and the second Meowstic, leaving only Slowking and Slowbro to be handled, and so we complete another gym and also earn the 7th gym badge on this journey. As we head towards the Moss Deep Station, we actually spot Zinnia again, who previously has caused harm to Steven, and given that we now hold a grudge against her, I think we need to catch up and see what she's up to. And as we're heading for her, she sends out her Latios and Latias to block the path. But luckily, Tate and Lisa are here to handle them, so we can get to the top of Moss Deep Station. Oh hey, Brawly, it's you again. Oh my dear lord! She just kicked him out the window, and now she wants to battle me? What is wrong with you? First out, she has her Charizard again. This time around, we defeat it using Dragon Rush on our boy Mistake. Sure, it's a risky move with low accuracy, but it's worth it in this case. However, next is Sceptile and Mega Sceptile at that actually, and we do a decent amount of damage using Doom, but he falls shortly after that, so Steven has to come in to finish things up with a Calm Mind and a Moonblast. And the last 2 Ampharos and Salamence are defeated shortly afterwards. Only issue is Zinnia is acting up and doing crazy things, so we need to stop this lady. So now it turns out we gotta go and help out Glacia over on Route 105, where she's trying to get Regi. So let's go. Once we surf over to the location, we run into our arch nemesis Brandon and May dealing with some grunts. Given that I don't really care about these two, I'm just gonna let them handle it themselves. Inside, we find 2 grunts who seem to be very calm with their Pokemon being very nuclear. Like, why are both of them using Explosion? And oh boy, here we go. Tabitha and Pirate Shelly are up against us. First, they start off with Magmortar and Float Seal. Of course, we go for Zap Cannon that takes down the Float Seal using our boy Zippy, making Shelly switch in her Mega Gyarados, which we try to use Mistake against with the Dragon Rush, which also works. And then we also Crunch against Caracosta, and now there is only Tabitha's team left to deal with. Magmortar, Darmanitan, and Mega Houndoom all get taken out by Steven and Mistake in a wombo combo. Now that Glacia and Regis have been defended, we can prepare for the craziness that is about to go down. Alright, it's time to dive deep into Route 128, and also, why do these pirates and villains always seem to be hiding in hidden bases that are in caves? Doesn't it just get musky and smelly in there? Oh look, it's Kyogre, the god of Splishy Splash. Oh hey, it's the pirate captain. I guess he wants to battle us. So, after almost 3 Calm Minds, we use our Stored Power to take down his Politoed. And if you guys have never used Stored Power, you really should. It's a move that was introduced in Generation 2 alongside Espeon, and it's a move that is a base power of 20, but gains another 20 power for every stat increase stage that your Pokemon receives. So when we use Calm Mind 3 times, we get an additional like 60 power on top of our existing 20, giving us a nice 80 power on our move. And the maximum possible base power for this move is all the way up to 860, which is kind of incredible. And you can tell the move is amazing just by the fact that we've swept half of Archie's team in this case using it. The rest of the team falls to Baja Blast and Bluebird. And what are you doing now, Archie? Uh-oh. Looks like Groudon and Kyogre are about to nuke the world. Oh well, none of my business. Never mind. Why are you always roping me into these things? I don't want to deal with this, Wallace. Damn, looks like Groudon and Kyogre are really pissed at each other, so let's use that orb really fast. I have a train to catch the Elite Four, so let's just hurry this up. Oh, hell yeah, Rayquaza, look at this guy. Guys, I think we have a problem. Rayquaza lost. All right, off to Sky Pillar we go to get the Ego Fragile Rayquaza back, who couldn't simply handle his 2 younger siblings. Oh, and look at that. We have Drake to defend us against these crazy admins. Love the mustache, my guy. All right, there is Rayquaza, and let's just not slip because there is an extreme amount of holes and gaps around here. And of course, Zinnia just decided to throw both Brendan and May off the top of Sky Pillar. Wow, she's really trying to get the record for most murders committed in a Pokemon game. Looks like Rayquaza doesn't want to react to the Mega Meteorite that Zinnia is trying to give to it. However, we could use it with the power of friendship.
As our Pokemon unite together to Mega Evolve Rayquaza to deal with Groudon and Kyogre. Yay!
We quickly defeat Zinnia and her team, which now includes Latios and Latios as well. However, after that battle, we now need to head back to Sotopolis as something's going down. And yo, what is this? The literal high school reunion of the legendaries. Oh, also, Steven, you're here too. Seems you're doing a lot better after, that whole getting stabbed in the stomach part. All right, time to take out these legendaries with Rayquaza. And wow, it's actually shiny. I never even realized that we're going to be able to use it, but we have a shiny Rayquaza right now. So of course we use Dragon Dance and Dragon Ascent to take down the Primal Reversion Groudon and Kyogre. And Kyogre is actually much harder to defeat here. And as both of them finally return to their slumber, we are thanked by Wallace and Steven and can finally complete our gym journey by taking on the 8th and final gym. And as we smooth our way through the ice puzzle in a single try, no sweat whatsoever. You guys think I'm a noob? Nah, hell no. Now it's time for Juan, whose Wishy-Wash and Blastoise stand no chance against Steven's Moonblast. However, the Swanna does take us down a peg, so we have to switch over to Zippy with the Volt Switch. And then the Samurott does a lot of damage with Ice Beam against our boy Mistake, but luckily the Dragon Rush hits and does quite a decent amount of damage too. Then Discharge from Zippy takes down the Primarina, and his final ace Pokemon is a freaking Greninja of all things. So there's only one thing left for us to do. We spam Discharge, baby, but unlucky for us, the Greninja does have Focus Sash, so it stays on 1 HP. However, the Dark Pulse that Juan uses next doesn't actually take down our boy Zippy, but instead leaves him on 5 HP, giving us that second Discharge that hits, and that's pretty much all that was needed to finish and win our final gym battle. And so we have now completed our gym journey. Well, no time to lose. Time to go to the Elite Four, baby. Let's go. Now, Victory Road ain't much of a problem. However, on the other side of the cave are both Brendan and May waiting for a double battle against us. So we dual chop from Mistake and defeat Typhlosion, and a combo of dual chop and stored power from Steven defeats the Mega Evolved Venusaur as well as the Swampert. As for Mega Blastoise and Meganium as well as Blaziken, well, all those fall to stored power and Sand Tombs, meaning that our final battle against May and Brendan has come to an end, and it was actually a pretty easy battle to be fair. All that remains is the Elite Four, ladies and gentlemen, so here we go. The first Elite Four member is going to be Sydney and his Dark-type Pokemon. Now, Sydney sends out a Alolan Muck after starting the match with an Alolan Persian, giving us a perfect opportunity to Calm Mind twice with Steven. But before we can even use it, we have to make a switch out over to Mistake, who Earthquakes the Alolan Muck. And as for Mega Absol, it doesn't really stand much of a chance against Mistake and his Earthquakes either. Crocodile comes in next and sets up Stealth Rocks against us when we have our boy Baja Blast on our side, with of course Brick Break and Energy Ball. So we slam the Crocodile with an Energy Ball with a single hit and it falls right away. Next is Crafty, and we are going to be somewhat weak against it using Baja Blast at this moment, so instead we take the opportunity to set up Spikes 2 times for some initial chip damage every time they switch Pokemon. With only Alolan Persian and Mandibuzz left, we use Zippy to finish things up, and so our first Elite Four battle is finished in style. Sorry, Baldy. When I think about it, Sydney kinda looks like an early Josh Dunn from 21 Pilots. Huh. Next is Phoebe, and thank Lord, this time she only wants to battle us and not enter our soul. But holy moly, in earnest, this has to be our easiest battle. Steven was able to Psychic, Palosand, Jellicent, and Gourgeist, all of them, and take him out. And almost even had Aegislash, but unfortunately wasn't able to do so, so Doom comes in and swoops through and finishes things up, ending the battle against Phoebe with Mistake as he Dragon Rushes through her Mega Banette. So, 2 more Elite Four to go, lads, and next one is probably the hardest one we're about to battle. It's gonna be Glacia and her ice types. We start things off by sacrificing our friend Baja Blast to set up Spikes 3 times. Now, Bluebird hits the Frostlass, Alolan Ninetales simply falls to our friend Steven, and then we go up against Alolan Sandslash, which causes us some trouble. Against the Mega Abomasnow, we use Moonblast twice with Steven, which takes it down. Next is Walrein, which takes down our friend Steven with a Blizzard. But we have Baja Blast ready with, yes, you know it, Brick Break, baby. I told you guys this move was going to come in handy, and it did in this exact moment. And here it takes down Walrein. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with the 3rd Elite Four. Next, and finally, we have the Mustache Man himself, Drake. So we take him on straight away with the Komodo. So we go for the Calm Mind because his whole team is gonna be Dragon type. So all we need is Moonblast and multiple Calm Minds, and we're gonna be able to defeat him. And that's exactly what we do. We Moonblast his Gudra as well, and same goes for his Flygon. His team doesn't really stand much of a chance against the power of the Fairy type moves. Then we have the Turtonator, which we also defeat with Moonblast, which honestly I was a bit shocked about. He Mega Evolves his Altaria, which again is not much of a problem, because ladies and gentlemen, we can simply rely on our team right here. He even goes for the Earthquake, which doesn't even do enough damage to take us out, meaning the Moonblast is all that's necessary with a one single hit. And ladies and gentlemen, we have now defeated the last Elite Four member, meaning that there's only one more person to go. The champion, Wallace himself. Unfortunately, in Emerald, they decided to make Wallace the champion and not keep Steven for whatever reason, but that's besides the point. Wallace comes right in off the gate, kicking things off with the Azumarill. We go for Calm Mind as per usual. We even try to do a bit of damage against Azumarill using, of course, Moonblast. However, it doesn't really work out, and he actually switches, so we also switch over into Zippy when Empoleon comes out, and a single Zap Cannon is enough to defeat it. Against his Quagsire, we switch into Baja Blast with the Energy Ball because, of course, it's going to be like 4 times effective. And then we also go for the Destiny Bond against Toxapex, hoping it'll be enough and necessary to do. We also use Spikes, and when he switches into a Melodic so that the Destiny Bond doesn't kill him, we actually get him with about 2 hits from the Energy Balls on Baja Blast, which is actually pretty awesome. So at this point, we do switch over, and we're up against a Slowbro, which he actually Mega Evolves, and he takes out Zippy using it with Flamethrower. So we switch into Baja Blast, we go for Destiny Bond, and we finish things off there with only Earthquake left on Toxapex and one more Pokemon at this point. I think it's just Azumarill. So an Earthquake comes in, ladies and gentlemen, and we have defeated the champion, which means we have completed our journey. We've caught multiple Pokemon belonging to Wally, and of course, we've also become the champion. That's it. Thank you for watching.